I'm Adam Kwasman. I'm the state representative from Legislative District 11, born and raised in Tucson, Arizona. Currently live in Oro Valley, and I'm running for Congress against Ann Kirkpatrick. I'm the constitutional conservative running in Congressional District 1.
Perfect, perfect. So I had a whole list of questions in my mind, or I'll just start shooting them at you. Whatever possessed you to want to do this?
I don't believe that we have any more time to save this country. We have to do it now. We need to send serious conservatives with an understanding of economics. I hold a master's degree in economics. I work as an economist. I own my own economic consulting firm, and we need to make sure that we send the right people to Washington, not only to stand up against this administration, but to stand up against big government Republicans also. I believe that the Democrats in Washington, D.C., Barack Obama, are taking us off the cliff at about 100 miles an hour. But there are also big government Republicans who are taking us off the cliff at around 50 miles an hour. I want to go toward prosperity, move away from big government so that we can create an economy where people can go as far as their God-given talents can take them.
Well, that was my first question. What's wrong with this country? Where are we headed? What's going on?
Well, I think we're finished if we don't send conservatives to Washington right now. When government is limited, the people prosper. Free market capitalism is the best path to prosperity with simple rules that are enforceable so that people don't defraud one another, but allow themselves to take their talents and serve one another. I believe in local control. I believe that we have lost what the founders envisioned in this country, which is a series of republics, individual states acting in their best interests, coordinating through a federal government that respects our constitutional God-given liberties. The Second Amendment respects our freedom of speech, our First Amendment rights, as well as our private property.
So what kinds of things would you do to change where we're headed?
I believe that both Democrats and Republicans in Congressional District 1 understand that. That's why Ann Kirkpatrick, with her radical voting record, whether it's for Obamacare, she voted against the Keystone XL pipeline, she voted against the Offshore Energy and Jobs Act, she voted to take away disabled veterans' benefits to pay for her debt ceiling increase. That it's so out of touch. It's a lot closer to Nancy Pelosi and Barack Obama than it is to the values of the voters, both Democrat, Republican, and Independent in Congressional District 1. We need right now to make sure that we replace Obamacare with ideas and concepts that are positive and free market and are tangible. I believe in conservative solutions. So for example, owning your own health insurance through a tax-free savings account so that if you lose your job, you don't lose your health care. That's first of all. Secondly, the ability to purchase health insurance across state lines. By increasing the risk pool, we drive down the cost of care and we can provide for those who need help the most. The third thing is by block granting Medicaid to the states, we can allow state-centric solutions as opposed to a top-down bureaucratic approach. Those are the types of solutions that we need to see coming out of Washington. We're not seeing it out of, unfortunately, I believe the Republican Party has been for too long the party of no, not the party of solutions. And that's really what I want to stand for.
What about immigration? Do you have any ideas, any thoughts you'd like to share on immigration?
I'm the only Republican in this race who's 100% against amnesty. I've been endorsed by Sheriff Joe Arpaio because I take such a strong stance for the rule of law and against illegal immigration. I'm all for legal immigration and doing things the right way. I'm all for making sure that those who want to come to this country through the correct avenues and legal avenues are not punished by an out-of-control bureaucracy. But at the same time, I don't believe allowing those to skip the line because they broke the law. Lady Justice is blindfolded for a reason. We believe in a rule of law in this country. We have to not look toward what I believe the bleeding heart liberal approach of trying to tap into people's emotions while subverting the actual rule of law. If we truly believe in compassion, we believe in fairness. And fairness is for everybody to go through the process the right way. The problem is, my primary competitors, They believe in granting legal status for those who are here illegally. That's amnesty.
What's your solution?
My solution is build the double-layer border fence, enforce our I-9s. We have to make sure that those who are working and living in this country can do so legally. Then I believe in increasing the legal immigration avenues. So for those, if you're living out of this country, it need not be Mexico. It could be Guatemala, it could be Canada, it could be anywhere in the world. But to make it easier so that you don't have to wait for so long, so that you don't have to be rejected because you have a PhD, we need to bring high-skilled labor to the United States in an orderly, legal fashion. But I don't believe in granting any amnesty for those who have broken the law. I don't believe in a path to citizenship for those who are here illegally. I don't believe in legal status for those who are here illegally. And again, that's why Sheriff Joe has endorsed me.
You know, you mentioned we're a country of laws.
Mm-hmm.
What about NDAA? People are being picked up off the streets, indefinite detention. No habeas corpus, whatever.
Yeah, I mean, I believe we need to seriously look toward repealing some of these unconstitutional laws that were placed on the books during the War on Terror. I mean, if we don't have a right to habeas corpus, if we have indefinite detention, spying on our own people, this is out of control. And unfortunately, and we have to be honest with ourselves as Republicans, this happened to start with under the Bush administration. We have to make sure that we're conservatives first and Republicans second. I believe the Republican Party holds the largest amount of conservative principles in it, but for me, I am a God-fearing conservative first and a Republican second. And that's why I'm getting the support from both Republicans and Democrats. Our civil liberties, I could help free the economy. I could help free the economy tomorrow, and we could have prosperity tomorrow if we lower our taxes, lower our out-of-control regulations, start producing energy in this country. Our civil liberties can be lost forever if we don't act now and make sure that we are not setting ourselves up for the road to serfdom, which we are putting ourselves onto. When the NSA is spying on us, when we have the IRS targeting us for our political beliefs, it's a very, very scary world we live in. And I for one, am going to stand up for the constitutional liberties of every citizen in Congressional District 1 and the United States.
Social Security. What are your viewpoints on Social Security?
We need to keep the promises that we have made in the United States government to our seniors and to our citizens, while offering younger generations, which we know is being bankrupted right now. There is no Social Security trust fund. It's bankrupt. I myself am in my 30s. I don't believe in any way, shape, or form that Social Security is going to be around for me. We need to keep our promises to our seniors entirely, but offer younger generations, 30 or younger, choices when dealing with their retirement. We don't need this old approach that's going to bankrupt us. Both parties have failed in this scenario. But I want to talk to all the seniors in this district. I represent Saddlebrook, Arizona, very high senior population in the southern part of the district in Pinal County. And they're scared. They know that they're on fixed incomes, prices are going up. We're not keeping our promises. We need to keep our promises for our seniors while making sure future generations, it's there for them, as well as offering them a choice to make sure that their retirement is secure.
The war on terror?
The war on terror means that we do not give up the very principles that we're fighting for. We have horrible people out there who want to destroy this country and destroy our allies. But that doesn't mean perpetual war. I think we need to make sure that our troops are fully taken care of, but our foreign policy cannot be as adventuristic as it has been in the past. I've been publicly on record being against the Syrian conflict and making sure that we don't send troops there. I only believe in sending troops across this world when there is a true threat to the United States, an imminent threat to the United States, and that there's a declaration of war. We need to, once again, get back to our constitutional institutions that our founders put forward. That doesn't mean retreating from the world.